All right, here we are for the first round, and this hand looks pretty sweet to me. We can cast all of it. Wow, this is, well, I guess we need to find a second white source here for that, but otherwise we're good to go. So are we going to be up against Rakdos right out of the gates here? Nope. Golgari. What is this? Not a lot with Troll. All right, sweet. Daggerdrome Imp. I don't even think that card's very good myself. Pretty happy to see our opponent play it. We have no play here. Probably. Let's take a look at what he does. Whoa, that's a color I didn't expect. And a Golgari Key Rune. All right, so he's ramping and doing more stuff. Deviant Glee. Jeez, this guy's a machine. All right, so he's setting up a 2-for-1 forest. The question is, how do we want to approach this? This is something that I'm leaving on the screen so that you guys can see too. If you're in another clan, you can only be in one. It's kind of a thing on Magic Online. All right. So what we can do is we can ship the turn back, let him hit us. If he does so, then we Avenging Arrow it. Or we can play like Tower Drake and say go. And then just trade it. Or we can play Azorius Key Rune to try to set up Martial Law for the next turn. Or we can play Azorius Key Rune to play Skymark Rock the next turn, attack him, and bounce it to his hand, given the big tempo blowout plus losing that thing. Now, the problem with some of these is that we do take more damage in this case, and I think I'd rather, because we can also just draw, like planes or something so that we can do a lot of these plays anyway. And I'm just going to run the Tower Drake out there and just see if he wants to attack, because that's a trade I'm willing to take. And that way we can save our Avenging Arrow for things that we can't trade our creatures with. He doesn't have red, so he can't even give it trample, which is actually kind of sad. Because I want him to use up his mana on that kind of thing instead. Gate Creeper Vine. Getting what, a Golgari Guild Gate? What are you getting? Is it Guild Gate? All right. Probably not going to attack here. All right. Now, at this point, I feel like we can start going on the offensive. We're not going to attack him, but what I mean is we can just start playing out guys, just one per turn, that are going to start just overwhelming him. Like, trust me, like my instinct is just to play the Key Rune, but I think we have just enough plays here that we can just be patient and wait. Okay, this guy's playing, let's see, he doesn't have white. So he's got a 4-color monstrosity here. Let's see what he's got. He's got all his mana, so he can do whatever. Wouldn't mind it if he used up some of his removal on these guys so that when I play like Skymark Rock, it survives, because that thing can just wreck people. Ogre Jailbreaker, and it does have... It's losing its defender. So that's pretty good. Yeah, man, once we hit a land, we can Key Rune and have Dramatic Rescue or something, but for now, I think I'm pretty happy to just keep dropping Centaur Healers here. We've got 6 cards. He has 3 now. I think we're in a good spot as far as long game goes, and I'd rather have this game go a bit longer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana for a Golgari Longlegs. Yeah, sure, whatever. All right. Now we hit our planes. So the question becomes Skymark Rock or Key Rune with Dramatic Rescue up or Martial Law. these are all totally reasonable choices. I feel like Skymark Rock might be the best one because it puts him in a weird spot. He has to start trying to find pressure against us here. And so I think I'm going to do that because we're going to attack and we're going to bounce this thing next turn. And he's got to be aware of that. So it might prompt him to try to trade it off. I'm assuming he's going to battle with these guys. We'll do a little trading down there as well. But I kind of want to make sure that we wait. Like I might just take that hit. Oh, he teleported? 6, 11, 12, 13. That's 15. That's not enough, though. That's not enough damage, right? 6, 11, 15. We're still at 8. What did I miss here? Why did he do that? I'm really not sure. So let's do this and this and this. Now I think I am just going to go for the Azorius Key Rune leave up Dramatic Rescue plan here because I definitely want to get to a safe life total and I want to be able to double block safely here. Okay, so what's the plan here? Double blocking the Ogre Jailbreaker makes a lot of sense. We take 5, we go to 3. If he's got Explosive Impact, we're dead. So instead we double block here, which is actually the same thing. So that would actually be the play anyway. So we double block here. If he has a trick or a combat trick or something, we can get him with this. This, which is what we're going to do that this turn. I just don't know when. We want to stay above 5 though. So if we double block here, he kills one of them and we go to 4 and then back to 6. So that makes good sense, I think. So let's do that. Because we can also Dramatic Rescue our healer if we really want to. So now the question is, do I want to do it now? Is there a way I can figure out which healer is first on the list? I guess it doesn't matter. Okay. I don't love taking 4 here, but I also like to bounce this after the turn. Yeah, I think that's okay. We can also bounce our own healer and replay it. All right, so I think he's got the impact. I guess not. He's just got a second Ogre Jailbreaker. All right, so let's bounce one of them. Decoy, Eyes in the Skies. I really like to get this martial law going, but I don't know if this is the time yet. Maybe it is. He's also got this, so we have to be careful about that. Leave back Tower Drake or something. Yeah, I think I'd rather just have like Eyes in the Skies up. Because right now we hit him for 3, 6, 8. But that's not enough of a clock with Eyes in the Skies like chump blocking or whatever. So a little awkward here. We can't play 2 spells. So I think I'd like to Eyes in the Skies and block here and just kill that thing. So I think what I'm going to do is just attack with this Skymark Rock, and I'm not going to use this ability. If I just play out the martial law here, though, that's pretty good as well, right? Because he activates, I trade, but I do take damage in this scenario. Yep. I think I'm just going to keep Eyes in the Skies up this time. Another thing I can do is Avenging Arrow. If he just attacks with Ogre Jailbreaker, I can just... I'll probably still just trade, but... I need more lands. Yeah, play a Jailbreaker, it resolves. What I want to know is, are you doing this? That's the key here. Because if he doesn't do this, then I can double block here and just pump this. So he's going to order them Centaur Healer first, so we only need to pump once. So we trade our healer for his Jailbreaker, which is fine because we still have Eyes in the Skies here. He seems concerned with that Golgari key rune. All right, Dead Reveler. Now, are you going to unleash this bad boy or not? He is. He can play that Imp, but it doesn't do anything because I'm just going to bounce it as long as I can keep attacking him, which I think I'm still fine with doing. What is this? This is a key. Is it another one? Another one would be kind of rough. Okay, Stonefair Crocodile. That and that thing just gets insta bounce. I don't even know why he ran that out there. All right, let's keep using up our mana here. Eyes in the Skies. Copy this. Whoop. All right, that's a nice little pickup because we can play this and this in a turn if we want. Although I think I'm just going to get Martial Law going, to be honest, because right now we're looking pretty good as far as this all goes. Yep. Take some damage, sauce. And yeah, I'm just going to slam Martial Law here, I think. This is going to get something off of our back. I'm just going to chump with the bird token on the Dead Reveler, depending on what he does. I'll still trade this for this if he wants. And it looks like that's what he wants to do. All right, so what if he has Chorus of Might? He can make this into a 6, so that's still not enough. All right, so I'm going to trade and chump. And there's the Jailbreaker. All right, this is all working out quite nicely. So we're going to target the Jailbreaker here. Pick up a Dispel. That's a nice little pickup too. Think I need to stay patient here, but I can do this. Say go, and then I can have Dramatic Rescue at the ready. Yeah, that seems fine. So I'm going to battle with both here because I've got the Dramatic Rescue in my pocket. And I don't want to chump yet. Bounce that. Puts us back up to 8. It's a nice cushiony life total, and we can start beating him down for 6 in the air. So we've got him on a 2-turn clock. Yeah, he just decided to concede. I don't know. That might have been a little early for him to scoop it up, but I definitely feel like I never really thought we were going to lose that game. So that's good. We don't have a sideboard. We're not putting in Heroes Reunion. Rootborn Defenses is the only thing that we have that could even be considered anything. What? Did we see anything from this? I don't think we did. I think I'm going to bring in the Rootborn Defenses for the Dispel. Because I think the Rootborn Defenses is going to be a 1-for-1 in our deck. And his deck looks like it's just going to be slamming guys in over and over again. I think that's pretty good. We're going to mulligan the 1-lander there. Yeah, I'm going to mulligan to 5 here. I don't think that hand does anything. This one does, but Oh, sweet. He F6 through his turn. He forgot to play a land? Yeah, he did. Well, that's a little break for us, but we're still in a pretty bad spot. We need to find a green source eventually. Just hitting lands would be fine, though. Oh, that guy's good. Oh, there's a land. All right, so if he bashes us, we're just going to snap Avenging Arrow that thing. I'd love to get value from Hussar Patrol, but even I'm not that gambly. Dead Reveler is getting Avenging, or excuse me, this guy's getting Avenging Arrowed. He's going to unleash it. Hopefully we just hit a land drop here. We do not, but we do hit a reasonable card. And yeah, I think buying some time right now seems like a good play. Although maybe, actually, you know what? In retrospect, I would have waited till end step so that he would not use his mana well. Yeah, I think that was not the best play. I don't think it was the worst. I also don't think it was a very good one, though. I like making him now use his mana on this turn, because if he doesn't have a 3-drop there, oh man, he just gets kind of wrecked. All right, so we are going to play Hussar Patrol, and we're going to block, because that's what it's in the deck for. If he has a trick or a removal spell, then that's fine. I mean, sometimes you see people get a little too cute and be like, well, I don't want to block because if he has a pump spell. It's like, this is what you play this card for, man. All right, Jailbreaker, kind of a bummer for us. You know what? I think I'm just going to ship the turn back because I like going Eyes in the Skies into Rootborn defenses here and actually being able to kill the Jailbreaker potentially. It also gets us an extra bird token. Oh man, this guy's real aggressive. This Hussar Patrol is putting in serious work. All right, Eyes. Vassal Soul. All right, go ahead. So I suppose the Ogre Jailbreaker is the one that we really want to kill here. Ugh, these are all really annoying. Okay, so we're going to do a little Rootborn. Because we get the token now. Now we can go like this. 4 and then prevent 3 of this guy. So that takes that thing down. Or it could. Yeah, there we go. And he immediately follows it up with another one, which is kind of brutal. Okay, Tower Drake. So what are we blocking with this turn? I guess we're going to block this on this and 2, 3, 4. Probably going to put all of these on that, or maybe even this. Yeah, 4, 1, 2, 3, and then he can't kill the Tower Drake. Yeah, we'll do that. Taking a bunch of damage, like we do. Hopefully this guy doesn't have the Staticaster. Okay, so block here and go 1, 2... Yeah, actually this does kill an extra... No, this keeps our Tower Drake alive though, right? Because he goes 1, 2, 3, 4, but we pump the Tower Drake. Yeah. Blocker's chosen. Pump this guy. And we take 3 more. At least. Okay. Stabilization effort commence. Battle. I guess I should have battled with the Drake too. Like, I'm not blocking here, right? Yeah, that was loose. Because I'm not going to block. I mean, I guess there's some things that he could play that I block, but that wasn't my plan. Alright, block. Yeah, I should have... He should be at 16, but I got a little hasty there. Alright, if he has more beef, then we're getting into trouble mode. Daggerdrome Imp, fine. In fact, just very fine. That's fine too. So this guy, we draw a green spell, not very good, and we're gonna just play this thing out. Now are we blocking? Yeah. So that's a mistake. So if I martial law this one, then I can put both of these guys on this one, or just all three or whatever. I mean, I'm still going to do the same play here, but and lose one guy. I guess it's the same, but I should have thought it through and detained this one just because it gives me a few more options. It's going to end up being the same in this case, but that was a little loose. Yeah, it turns out cutting a few too many corners here. I think I'm maybe just playing a little too quickly or something. Like, these aren't the kind of things that, like, I'm getting a little lucky that the situations aren't that way, but just having not thought it through first is bad. It's what you don't want to do. So, all right, so he's going to make a guy. Well, that's interesting, because I'm just going to trade that thing off. I was going to do the big blockums here, but now I can just do this, and I suppose that. Yeah, that. I was considering trading the Tower Drake off, but it actually makes, I think, more sense to do it this way, because the Tower Drake, if I run out of stuff to cast, can just be like a 2/4, 2/5 or something like that, where the Vassal Soul's only ever a 2/2, even though this is annoying that it takes mana. Trestle Troll, sweet. I mean, it's something that we need to get through eventually, but that being said, it doesn't attack, and I'm pretty happy to see it. All right, Guildgate into Vassal Soul. And we don't have an attack here or here, so I say go. Eventually, we will point our martial law on that Trestle Troll, unless he, makes something bigger like a long legs or whatever. If we hit a forest or a green source at some point, that would be super sweet. Get these guys down. You bet, buddy. All right, Abrupt Decay comes down on our poor little Tower Drake, and I can't counter it, and it has 3 or less no matter what, so it's dead. If he has another removal spell, he can start dinging us with this Imp, but... Oh, he's going to offer this? This is actually kind of an interesting choice, because I can double block and take this thing out of commission entirely. Then I can point martial law at this. The problem is that he's going to kill this, and then he can start getting in with the Imp. But I think I'm going to actually take this up, because if I do, then it gets rid of this at the cost of this, which is a trade I'm willing to make. And then I can start martial lawing this and just blocking this. So let's do it. I mean, he obviously just drew that Abrupt Decay, and we know he doesn't have any combat tricks floating around, so I think this is fine. So Vassal Soul dies in this transaction. Also, I've got like a million more flyers to get in the way of that Daggerdrome Imp. Yep. All right, so we've ran him out of cards. And we have this one Hussar Patrol that has blocked like 5,000 damage, and we still need to hit a green source. Once we do, though, I think we're going to be able to start swinging the pendulum back in our direction here. All right, he's not even going to bother attacking because he knows that I'm just going to block anyway. And we're going to keep this up until we hit a Promenade or a green or something. Skyline Predator. Can't cast it, but it's going to be awesome when we can, although this is super annoying. I think he drew nothing. Just that land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. And we're just going to keep doing the same thing here. Ooh, you have Sky Knight. I like that guy. Do I want to cast him? I guess. He doesn't really do anything on this board. He will, but he doesn't now. Is there any reason to cast this spell? I mean, I don't take any damage this turn and I ship it back, but like I'm not trading it for this because I have this situation already held up just fine and I can't attack with it because he has this. And I can't detain both of them when I'm going to have to get rid of one of them eventually, but I guess there's really no downside to casting it. I don't think, because I don't think I'm going to get in for some, some huge turn or whatever at some point. I can do that and I can battle here. This can't block and these guys can't block, so maybe he just doesn't see it and just takes it. Yeah, he did. He could have blocked here, but we got him. All right, so I guess we got a little value out of the Sky Knight there. What'd you get? Deviant Glee on this guy. Thankfully, he can't give that flying, but he can give it trample, and that sucks. This is actually just a big decision point here. If I take the 5, we go to 2, and we get opened up to burn spell range, but I just don't think he's running red for burn. 1, 2, I mean, he could certainly have explosive impact, and that would just kill us. If I block that with the Hussar Patrol, then I start pointing the martial law over here, and then I can trade this if I really am not worried about it. So, yeah, I think I am just going to do that. I just don't want to die to explosive impact. I think that would be super lame, especially when we can dig ourselves back out of the hole pretty well here. All right, so do that. All right, Trans Guild Promenade. Phone keeps ringing. All right, I would like to pay 1. And we do. Okay, so that's going to set up some pretty nice turns in the near future, but for now we're just shipping the turn back and sadly trading these off if given the opportunity. And he's definitely going to do it. Yeah, you got it. You're crapper for my sweet card. I'm not going to 5, though. Your Perilous Shadow, eh? That's a very good one here. Still have to do this guy, I think. Let's see what we draw. All right, this is good. So right now he has 1, 2, 3, 4 activations, so he can make this thing into 8, 12. That thing's actually a big problem. All these are. We need to find a Tristani's Judgment pretty quickly here, but for now I think I can probably just Centaur's Herald. If not, I can Skyline Predator, but then I have to chump block here, which is like super lame. Yeah, let's get this Herald down. Or excuse me, Centaur Healer, not Herald. All right, so this gives us a cushion. This is not a good spot, though. That Perilous Shade is going to do some fairly serious work, and we actually are forced to block it here. So we need to find a way to get rid of one of these. We've got some time to do it, theoretically. Oh, he found another one. Oh, this is pretty bad for us now, actually. Keening Apparition. Okay, well that helps. Helps a little bit at least. Because now we can Keening Apparitions, block one of these, take out Deviantly. That leaves Skyline Predator to eat that thing. So we are going to be able to get one of those out of the way. But for now, I think we need to go with Centaur Healer and a Keening Apparition. Oh, and we can also cast a Brush Strider here, so that's pretty good. Brush Strider. All right. All right, so are either of these lethal? Because we can get 8 in on one of them, but that's not enough, right? Not even close, actually. But right now he can get 2, 4, 6. He can get 8 damage himself in to put us to 4, which is kind of bad for us. But I think it's a risk that I'm willing to take, because at this point, I don't think we can... I think we're beyond being able to play around anything. And if he wants to kill the Keening Apparition, he's going to need to take away 1 pump from this, and that's going to keep us above 5. So it's kind of... we're going to get a read here about what's going on. He might just let this one bounce off. This is a close one, boys. He does want to kill the Keening Apparition. Oh, no, he doesn't. He's pumping all on the other one, it looks like. He's going to do 8 to us to bring us to 4. Yeah, so he must have that burn spell. Ooh, he can do 10 to us. I forgot about Axebane Guardian. Ugh, man. Wow, that was close. Because he makes 2 mana. Yeah. Glad we didn't die to that mistake. We might have anyway, but... Alright, well now we get a little bit more information here. Oh man, he had it too. He just didn't play it. Oof, that was close. Alright, so we're going to lock down one of these things. Oh, he's got 0 cards in hand, so that's nice. We can actually... So he doesn't have that burn spell. I forgot. I think we already brought him to 0, but... Alright, so now we're just going to say go here, and we're going to eat this, and we're going to have to block this. And we need to find basically a Tristani's Judgment here. Oh, he just attacked with 1 thing? Sweet. That's awesome. Block that. Maybe he just... Dude, I don't know what just happened there, but I'm pretty happy about it. So block here. Peel an island, which sucks, but... So he's got a battle here, right? We just block and do this. All right, Gatekeeper Vine, sure. If he just attacks with this, he can just keep doing that over and over, and we can't really deal with it until we draw an answer. All right, so he finally does. And I'll put this in front of it, make him use some mana, and then kill this. Uh-oh. Maybe he's just being safe. Now, I guess if he's got the trample pump spell, we're dead either way. So I still sack this thing. Maybe he's just showing off. Okay, EF6. So we're still alive. I would like to draw a spell. It's not a spell. All right, say go. So we're still just kind of barely hanging on here. We're just chump blocking at this point. He's attacking with both, which is a little concerning, but we don't really have a play here, so there it is. He's got two cards in hand, so anything could be lethal here. He maybe just has something to finish off the Predator. I don't know why you would throw your guy away otherwise. Okay. Sweet. He just decided to toss one away for some reason. All right. Do that. Draw. Man, he's got another lethal threat now. We are just up against it forever. Oh, Dramatic Rescue. That's an interesting one. Yeah, that's an interesting one, actually. That means we're going to get a chance to kill the Golgari Longlegs here. Yeah, I'm really glad he threw away this guy, because if he hadn't, then he could have attacked with that this turn, and it would have been pretty bad for us. But as it stands now, we're double blocking on the Longlegs, and then we're just going to Dramatic Rescue away the Perilous Shade. Shadow? Perilous Shadow. Maybe he'll even get like ultra greedy and pump all of his mana into it or something. Be kind of funny. Alright, I gotta play fast, so I might not be talking quite as much here. It's a sweet draw. We will be fully stabilized after this, although the clock is now our enemy. All right. We are stable, but we don't have a win condition currently. We are going to deck him first, which is kind of interesting. Seven mana. Wow. What is this? It costs 10 mana? Maybe he's just Rakdos returning for 1,000. I mean, I could syncopate him here. He should be careful about that, but what's going on? It is Rakdos return. Wow, he He just didn't care. Guess it just syncopate's not a card. All right, I like our setup, and I'm going to have to play fairly quickly here, so bear with me if I'm not as talkative as normal. This looks sweet, though. We're a little bit behind on clock, so I'm just going to play quick until we're ahead, and then I can start blabbing again. All right, we're a little ahead on clock now. Trestle Troll would suck. Don't care about that at all. Still don't care about that at all. You can make it into 1,000,000 but I guess I'll have flying. Got him on a 2-turn clock right now. He doesn't have us on a clock at all. So Trestle Troll is the main thing that we're worried about. Towering Indrik, there's stuff that kills flyers or gets in the way of flyers is the only thing that we're really worried about. Whatever he does else on the ground, he's just, sure, have at it style. Okay, we're in a pretty good spot here. He's only got 1 card left, so he needs to find some way to get rid of multiple threats, and he couldn't do it. All right, so again, apologies for the quietness there, but when the clock gets down like that, I have to kind of buckle down and concentrate and make sure that we finish the round properly. And we did. So here we go to the second round with our Flyers deck. And yeah, we'll see you there.